Welcome in. It's the Ticket Punchers here on 96.1 FM, 1450 AM, Big X Sports Radio. I'm your host, Roman Kelly, joined today by my co-host here, J.R. Anderson and Curtis Phillips, as we're back this week with another episode of the Ticket Punchers and for the rest of this week. And it's opening night, fellas, in the NBA. We're three NBA guys. We're excited. We've got JR. He's repping already. He's got his Cards gear on. He's got his Lakers gear on. You know, me and him are very, very similar in that way, two diehard Laker fans. Got my favorite player there in the background. I need me a little poster like that. We've got Philly representing as well. He's got the Kobe and Gigi shirt on. So we've got all of our basketball. Look like you got the Laker. Was that LeBron dunking in the background there on the wall? It looks like, but
D-Wade.
D-Wade. Okay, I look like yellow and gold from here. But fellas, welcome into the show. Listeners, welcome into the show. How are you guys doing? How is your weekend? Curtis, we'll start with you. Long weekend of football. Long weekend of MLB playoffs. We know who our World Series opponents are going to be now. What's going on, my man?
Yep, had a great weekend. Good week of sports. Got to go to Miami of Ohio this past Saturday again. So yeah, cool game to watch versus Eastern Michigan. Some action. So yeah, pretty good weekend.
Love that. JR, how are you today?
Good, man. Spent the last 2 days sick, so I think the weather change coming back from Atlanta got me. But other than that, you know, good weekend for sports. But yeah, feeling a little blue, man.
Don't like to hear that. We're sorry you're feeling a little bit blue. We hope you get back right as soon as possible because we've got a lot of ticket punches that we've got to get after this week. We've got a lot of tickets to punch and plays to get out to our listeners as we've got NBA back. And fellas, it's so exciting. It's been a long wait. This is three guys here who constantly bet NBA every night. I'm ready to get back to it, but also just watching NBA basketball. It's that time of year, and it feels good to be back. If you're also if you haven't heard, we are live on the Big X and Real Spiel Podcast YouTube channels, along with my personal Twitter page. Tomorrow we'll have the Ticket Punchers Twitter page up, and you'll be able to watch there as well. Weren't able to get that up today, but we're going to get that up for you guys, and also have a way to get the plays out each day for you guys as well. So, fellas, let's also recap before we get into our sports talk and pick talk. Let's give the listeners just a recap on the first 2 weeks where our records all sit on our official punches. JR, we'll start with you. Looks like you got yours written down here.
Yeah, 18-8, 69% win rate so far for our ticket puncher parlays. We're 2-2 on the mega lottery ticket lotto that we just did for fun. Surprisingly, we only missed by 3 legs. Out of all the NFL slates, we only missed by 3. So overall, really good week. For our tickets last week, we had 5 wins, 2 losses. The 2 losses being the Saquon Barkley. We're done betting Saquon this season.
Yeah, we are.
Go ahead and close that up. And then the other one was the Carson Beck 2 touchdowns. Other than that, everything else was all W's. So good week.
Love that. JR, how are you feeling with your record? What's it sit at? I mean, Curtis, sorry.
You're good, man. 6-5 on official punches. I know we've thrown a few leans and jabs, so I'm not sure what my record stands there. As far as last week goes, I went 3-3, so we broke even last week. So yeah, looking to, maybe clean sleep this week or something.
That's what we want for sure. Fellas, I had an amazing Friday. After having a little bit of a struggle, I do move up to, after a 4-0 Friday with the picks that I had, I do move up to 8-7 now. We're at 8-7, not bad on our official punches. We've had a couple of plus money leans that we were able to hit, a couple of pretty heavy favorite leans as well. Heavy favorite, we say we had a couple minus 160 leans so far that we haven't been able to snag like we wanted. But, I had the Cowboys money line. We went the Rico Dowdle yards. We had the Michigan team total under as well, and then the Louisville team total over, which we caught at 20.5 for plus money right before game time. Obviously, they go on to score 24 points, get the victory there. I needed that 4-0 Friday. It was. I knew it was coming, but I feel like I do better when I address multiple sports and multiple leagues rather than trying to find a whole bunch of plays between 2 games in the same night or something like that. I like having the variety, but love that. So we're all sitting at a positive record. JR has given, because a couple of parlays and a couple of SGPs in his official punches, has given out a few more official punches than Philly and I, but we're going to catch up and we're all going to have some wins here this week on the official Ticket Puncher show. Reminder to our listeners, if you want to be a part of the show, we accept all text in the chat on the Game Day Men's Health text line as well at 502-414-1450 or on the chats on YouTube or on X. Be a part of the show. We want to get your all's thoughts in, get your all's picks in, get your all's comments, and whatever you were able to get and bet and whatever tickets you punched this weekend. We want to discuss those as well. But, fellas, let's get right into it. Before we get into our NFL chat, I want to let the listeners know a little bit of an outline here. We're going to recap the weekend. We didn't get a whole lot of Monday night bets out. I don't know if any of us had any Monday night bets out, but just recap how the weekend of sports looked and then what we're looking at this week and some early line movements before we get into our specific NBA chat, because it's still going to be football picks are still going to be a high priority here. Thursday night football is going to be, it's been our best night so far on the show this first couple of weeks. I expect us to continue on with that. Friday, we're going to try to make things a little bit more structured and make sure we're giving out concrete picks for the days that they are and making sure they're all easy to find after the shows as well. But, fellas, anything that surprised you this weekend? College football, college basketball, or not basketball, college football, NFL football. What was like the most surprising thing that you saw? If you had, even if it's not a subject, were surprised about, or maybe you had a bad beat. Let the listeners know. Start with that.
I was surprised with the Broncos comeback. I think they scored 33 points in the fourth quarter.
Goodness.
Yeah, but that was one of the games that I did say take the +7, which did cover. So pretty interesting there. I had a feeling that New York could win that game, but that would by hands be the number one. Number two would be just how bad Tampa Bay looked last night. I thought it was going to be a much better game than what it was, but obviously not. So on to next week.
JR or Curtis, anything you saw, anything that surprised you? I think you had a couple of college football games you had some leans on or that you were looking at. You want to get into those a little bit?
Yeah, honestly, for me, the way Louisville looked, to be honest, I was not expecting Louisville to lead basically the entire game against number 2 Miami. I know Brom, pretty good as an underdog, but it just kind of surprised me how good they came to play. Due to how we've kind of looked all season. So that was a big surprise for me.
That was a big surprise. Like you guys said, a couple of different surprising things out there. I couldn't believe that the Broncos came back like that. That was absolutely unreal. Not really too many surprising finishes in the NFL. I know there was a lot of people that were on the Chargers. I also knew a couple of people on the Colts as well. The Colts kind of not necessarily shocking because they played well all season long, but that was a game that they weren't the favorite in, and they still went on to get the win. Nothing else that surprised me too much. The Buccaneers offense last night, I'm surprised that the Lions defense was able to pretty much shut them out like that. And it was kind of wild that when they had plays that worked, things that kind of worked within routes, Baker overthrew the receivers. It wasn't necessarily open throws, but throws we've seen Baker make all season long, especially, and he wasn't making them last night. Unfortunately, that offense not able to stay close enough in that game that it felt like they should have because they had the opportunities. Their defense technically did the job. So disappointed with the Bucs offense last night. That Baker Mayfield MVP flame definitely got spritzed out last night for sure, I think. But we'll see. It's a long season. Outside of that, in college football, I mean, in the top 25, I don't think there was anything too shocking. Was there? Was there any upsets?
There was one, I think, that was pretty big.
We were obviously the biggest upset of the week.
I think there was one more.
UAB. Oh, my goodness, right. UAB.
Yeah.
I cannot believe Memphis defense let UAB cut up like that. Yeah, that was surprising. Outside of that, I think we covered them all. Vanderbilt gets the win over LSU, but that was supposed to be a close game. That one was kind of 50-50 with a lot of people that I was listening to talk about it. Arizona State beats Texas Tech. That was the other one. That was the other one.
Kentucky almost upset Texas, but
yeah.
No cigar.
But fellas, before we get into our NBA talk, we do have a message in here. I don't know if it got sent in yet. I saw that it was in on the Game Day Men's Health text line from Lazard guy. I tried to put it in the chat so we could put it up on the screen, but he says, "What's up, fellas? I have nothing for tonight, but I've already bet the following college football games: UNC plus 10.5, Iowa okay, let's just go into each pick real fast. UNC plus 10.5 as we look into. I guess you guys got to get them all pulled up. Not really that quick of a process here, but UNC, they've got Virginia at home. They're 10.5 point underdogs. That's I'm staying away from UNC. Fellas, what do you guys think of that one?
Anything with Belichick on it right now is a
Yeah,
no-go.
probably a stay away. Maybe let's see. Okay, nope, not a look ahead game. Yeah, that's UNC is a stay away for me for right now.
Iowa, Wake Forest. He's got Iowa minus 8.5, Wake Forest plus 3.5.
I like Wake Forest.
They're at home. They've got SMU coming to town. I feel like SMU's been not great on the road,
but they can still put up points.
Yeah, they've been offense has been clicking. I say that they beat Clemson on the road, but Clemson hasn't been all that good. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a look ahead spot for SMU because Miami does come in. Or actually, they have Miami at home the following weekend, so maybe it's just one of those. They're on the road, or SMU's on the road, and maybe looking ahead at Miami. So,
I'm not mad at that. Arkansas minus 1.5. I'm okay with that too.
I like that against Auburn, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Arkansas.
Auburn's been back and forth this season. I like Arkansas at home there to maybe put some points up on the board.
There's some good games this week. You got
Oregon 33.5. I stay away from favorites that big.
No, especially Miami, coming off of a loss.
Yeah, Miami 30.5. I do think they bounce back and look good, but that's just too many points for me personally. Alabama minus 11.5 going up against South Carolina in South Carolina. Fellas, call me crazy. I think South Carolina can cover this.
Bama looks good, man.
They do look good.
I would just take Bama money. That's what I've been doing. That's the safer play. I feel like spreads are so tough to cover right now just because of penalties and miscellaneous of other things, but games are being kept close.
Yeah. Washington minus 4.5. I forgot who they've got this week.
Washington. Illinois, number 23, Illinois.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
My favorite game is going to be this BYU game. Number 11 BYU playing Illinois. BYU is the underdog at plus
Iowa State.
120. Yeah.
I like that too. I don't believe in Iowa State.
Iowa State's a little banged up. They've been banged up since that Cincy game.
And BYU's undefeated.
Iowa State's coming off 2 straight losses in a row to ranked teams, or not to ranked teams, but to good teams. I feel like they dropped this one as well, fellas.
Yeah, I think both of their corners have been out, so they're just kind of depleted at that position.
But of course, Lazar guy's got Iowa State at minus 2.5 here. He likes Iowa State to get the win here in a bounce back spot after two very tough road games in a row, in which they both lost them and were in positions to win both. So that is kind of tough.
I've been rocking with BYU all season. I think they keep the undefeated record alive. They're tough to beat, man. That Bear quarterback number 47, he's tough.
He is. Producer Matt texted in. He's going to potentially be on the show with us Thursday, trying to get some information about that settled. But he likes he's got some plays for tonight. So with that, we're going to kind of shift to our NBA talk for tonight. We'll do a little bit of line watching for Thursday Night Football tomorrow. But before we get out of here today, we'll see if JR or Curtis has anything that they're looking at for Thursday's game. But because we do like to catch those lines early if we can. But producer Matt sent in a couple of parlays in for tonight. And he has here, it's a 3-pick parlay. He's got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander higher over 32.5 points. He's got Kevin Durant over 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I love that line tonight. And then the third pick is in the next game at 10 p.m. Warriors at Lakers. And he's got Luka over 30.5 points. Fellas, I like these. So here's what I'll say about these first before I get your all's takes, because we're gonna react to these picks tonight, but we're also gonna give out our futures bets for the NBA this season. I hope you guys did your dig. I've got a few. I've got 2 official future punches that I like, and then a couple future leans or sprinkles. Just a couple sprinkles, just because they're not necessarily the favorites or anything like that. They've got really good odds for guys that I think are going to kind of skyrocket up those award lists. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 32.5 points. That's the only thing on here that I think is a bit risky, just because I wouldn't be surprised if this game at the very start starts off a bit slow. They're probably going to throw Amin Thompson on him at the start of the game.
Have you seen the starting lineup for?
Are they going? They're going to Amin Thompson at point guard, aren't they?
Yeah.
Thompson. They're running KD at the 2. They're starting Sengun and Adams and
double bigs.
Jabari Smith at the 3.
And Jabari. So they're going all defense. I don't think Shea gets 30 tonight. I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to be a spread attack from OKC. I think someone else gets hot. Maybe it's Jay Will. Maybe it's Dort or somebody. But definitely mid-20s or something for Shea. High 20s maybe. But I don't think he covers his 32 on opening night.
32 is high on opening night. They're they're in that ring mode. I think that they win. I think that overall, just the champs. We've seen a couple champs lose on opening night the last 5-6 years, but it's typically not been that common of a thing. Champs are bought in because more times than not, the champions each of these last few seasons have been favorites going into the next season, are really good projected teams. So I do think the fact that they're going to be switching a lot, they're going to be trying to throw multiple bodies at Shea. I feel like this is one of those like 28 points, maybe in a under 50% kind of a night for him, but he does get like 7 or 8 assists just because he has to give the ball up to open guys. I don't think that they start doubling early. I feel like you're going to make him start beating you before you start doubling him. And I don't think he goes and just I don't think he handle him. Exactly. So that's the only thing on here that I say you're going to have a bit of a sweat with, producer Matt, but I love the KD 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on a triple-double, if he flirts with a triple-double tonight. Maybe not so much the assist, but he's going to be out on the perimeter a lot on the offensive end too, just because they're going to be running the double bigs. I don't think the double bigs get a whole lot of minutes together. They're going to throw Sengun down at the 5, KD down at the 4 for some time and have their guards come in too. So, Reed Shepard's going to get some tick. I do like the 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then Luka, 31 points opening night, going up against the Warriors who don't have anybody other than that team that can really, really guard him. Jimmy Butler's going to try to stay with him. They're going to throw Draymond on him when he gets inside the paint, but ultimately
first half.
Luka's just too good.
30 in the first half.
You think you like him to get 30 in the first half?
Yeah. He's Slim Luka's coming with the vengeance.
Slim Luka's coming. JR,
he's coming.
Well, I'll ask here. Curtis, do you like anything on any response to those two plays, that SGP and that one play he's got?
Yeah, I love the picks as well. Luka should go off. Lakers really don't have a lot of guys that can create a shot for themselves. Yeah, without Bron. I love KD's PRA. And then, the only worry would be SGA. I know without J-Dub, though, he's averaging close to 40.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
But if anything, I'd alternate Shea to maybe like over 28.5, or I think he'll get, higher 20s if he doesn't get to 32.
He's got another parlay. This is for tomorrow. We kind of probably could save this for tomorrow, but he's got 3 picks on this one. Donovan Mitchell over 26.5 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo over 31.5 points. Cooper Flag over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists, who will be playing point guard as well, I believe. That one's going to be interesting because I don't think he's going to be getting into that over like 14 to 16 point mark in his debut. I think he'll be more in that 11, 12, 13 kind of points because he will be facilitating. But I like him to get like 6 or 7, 8 maybe rebounds. And I like him to get 4 or 5 assists. So I think you're going to be right there on that one. Fellas, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I like that. I heard that they're going to run Coop and PJ Washington split at point guard roles until they can figure out some type of system. But it'll be interesting. I think Flag will definitely get plenty boards. I think he'll be, kind of passive. I think AD will still assert himself, and
they'll play through AD.
Yeah, Coop will definitely get close to that line. I feel like I just don't know what it looks like for the offensive side. I think a lot of nerves, a lot of anxious moves, a lot of shots. It's just going to be whether or not his jumper's falling or not.
And it's going to be funny because he's going to have the highlights. Like when you watch the highlights for this game, you're going to think he surely covered this. But in all reality, he maybe had, 12, 14 points. I mean, if he can get to like 8 or 9 rebounds, then this should definitely be likely because I definitely think he gets over 12 to 14 points. I don't know if he goes over that just because, like you said, nerves in game one when you're being asked to be a pretty important focal point of an offense, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. Foul trouble as well as an aggressive defender. You never know. So that's kind of where I'm at on those picks. I like those, Matt. Thank you for sending those in on our Game Day Men's Health text line. Fellas, let's transition here. Before we get into tonight's picks in the NBA, if we've got any official punches, I want to get into the NBA futures bets. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet. I gave out my official standing predictions. We don't really have to react to those. I wanted to give them out before the game started. I predicted 1 through 15 for each conference. Thunder getting the 1 seed, I think, in the regular season. I think the Cavs offense is going to click again this season. I like them to get the 1 seed. Western Conference and Eastern Conference Finals, I'm not there yet. I know you technically need to have those things predicted before the season starts. I just couldn't. It's 30, 45 minutes today trying to get to what 4 teams in each or what 2 teams in each conference I think are actually going to make it there, and it's really, really tough. But at the same time, I got the Thunder winning it all. The Thunder's my pick to win it all. I've got them the champ, so I technically have I got 1 team making it to the conference finals already in the West Side. Who are they playing against? Who are they beating, in my opinion? Because I do if it's the Nuggets, a fully healthy Nuggets that have had a resurgence and they've had some changes in that perimeter, Jokic is still the best player on the planet, in my opinion, right? So it's tough. It's really tough for me to gauge where I see the conference finals ending up. But I sent out my predictions for the season, and that did lead us to now me wanting to give out some futures bets, fellas. And I do have 2 futures right away on NBA teams that I like. I'll give these out first. This NBA team to record 50-plus wins this season is sitting at plus 145 odds on FanDuel right now, and that, fellas, is the Atlanta Hawks. They didn't reach this mark last season, but I think that, you missed a lot of Jalen Johnson last season. They had some things happening in the front court last season. You've added Porzingis. You've got Zachary Richardson, your lottery pick from last season, who has made some improvements in his game offensively. You've got, in my opinion, the best on-ball defender in the NBA in Dyson Daniels, who got probably robbed of Defensive Player of the Year last year, but you can't be mad at why he didn't get it. Fellas, I've got them finishing 9th. Now, I think that this team, if everything goes correctly for the Hawks, if everything goes correctly for the Pacers, if everything goes correctly for the Miami Heat, if all 3 of those teams have their best case scenario with what's likely, I think the Hawks finish above them. But I have Indiana at 8 and the Heat at 7. So technically, the 9th team in the East isn't going to win 50 games. I do think, though, for the plus money spot and the potential there with those young guys to make those improvements and actually be a serious team on both ends of the ball and not have a couple really serious defenders and a couple really serious offensive players, I think it's finally going to start molding together, and probably was what your last couple of years of really trying to make it work with Trae Young, now that you've got some guys below him that you're feeling are maybe more valuable long term. I think the Hawks can win 50 games. I think they can, if everything goes correctly. I like that plus 144 spot. And then the Lakers at the same exact prop, 50-plus wins at plus 172, fellas.
That's
I get that the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th seeds are going to be a little bit messy in their own way in the West, and then seed 7th, 8th, 9th are also going to get messy. But what do you guys like for the futures?
Go ahead, Curtis.
Yeah, so I took Cavs at plus 750 to win the finals on Fanatics. And when you look at the East, you don't really see that many true contenders. And for the Cavs, it's either now or never, I feel like, with the Cavs. You bring in some guards in Lonzo Ball. You got Tyrese Proctor in the draft. And then, when I'm just looking at this Eastern Conference, you look at the Knicks that just got a new coach, fired Tom Thibodeau last year for whatever reason. The Celtics, without Tatum for most of the year, they traded 3 key pieces on that championship team just a year ago, in Porzingis, Holiday, and Al Horford. Don't know what they're going to look like. Bucks just look like
they got Miles Turner.
They have Miles Turner, yep. But it just, honestly, without Giannis, it just looks like a team with a lot of role players. And so, And then Pacers, obviously, no Halliburton for most of the season. And then Sixers, we see this every year. Embiid, his health issue. And then even when he is healthy, they've never made it past the second round when he's been there. So for me, I like the Cavs to come out the East and win the finals. And when I'm looking at these future props, I also like to, have a cash. I'll pick something to where I'll have a cash out option, when it gets later down the line. So I like Cavs at plus 750, and then Nikola Jokic at plus 300 to win MVP. He's won it or been runner up the last 5 years, so it's a little chalky, but
he's my favorite this year. That's my pick to win MVP.
Yeah.
JR, what you
those
like?
are my two.
Kind of close. On the East side, I had Cavs in Orlando in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think Orlando is going to be a very formidable opponent this year. For the Cavs to advance and for Orlando to advance, I had the Magic beating the Knicks, and then I had the Cavs beating the Bucks. So we're kind of aligned there. On the West Coast, kind of different. I got Dallas taking out OKC once Kyrie gets back and they're fully staffed. I think the size and just the savviness can get the job done. But coming out of the West, I did have Dallas coming out of the West versus the Cavs, with the Cavs eventually winning NBA championship. With them, well, the Cavs win, but they had to go through the Rockets. Is my final four. As far as MVP, I got Luka. Rookie of the year, I got Cooper Flag. I was really close to taking Dylan Harper. I just think that him on that Spurs team can do some damage. Ace Bailey, I don't think is even going to get a whiff at it with him being on the Jazz and them already talking about blowing up that team. And then my team futures under, I want to take OKC under 62.5 wins. Last year, they finished at 68. I think it's really hard to duplicate that type of winning percentage. They haven't been hit by the injury bug or anything here yet, so I'm not wishing bad upon anybody, but it's inevitable, I feel like, for something to happen, or just a little bit of, rough patches. So under 62.5 total wins.
Love it, fellas. We do have to get out of here. We're about a minute over, so we got to get here in the next 45 seconds. Official punches for tonight's game. While we're still on the radio, we're going to continue this stream on for about 5 or 10 minutes after the radio is ended. My official punch for tonight, fellas, only one play for me tonight. I'm staying away from my Lakers game. I'm going to enjoy it fully. I'm on the Thunder minus 6.5. I think they cover this. This is going to be our official punch of the day. Quickly, so we can get out of here and continue on for after the break, though. Philly, what do you like for tonight, official punch?
Austin Reeves over 32.5 PRA, points, rebounds, and assists.
Love it. JR?
KD over 23.5 points and Shea under 32.5, plus 265 if you parlay it.
Love those official punches. Stay tuned. Right after this, we're going to continue on with our stream on Big X YouTube, Real Spill YouTube, but this is going to wrap us up on the radio. Thank you all so much for listening. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 to 6, right here on the Big X. Let's go punch some tickets.
Punch those tickets. I didn't know you was Lakers fan, JR.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I'm just ready.
My bad. What you saying?
I said I'm just ready for us to get Bron's butt up out of there. It's time, man.
Yeah.
Don't let Luka run the world.
Yeah, I say next year be his little tour.
I don't know, man. I think we're like with him sitting out. Like I think it's all a puppet show. They talking about he's not going to come back to mid-November. I feel like he's just going to try to see what the win percentage is, or like what the team's looking like to see if we can make a run or not. And if he don't like it, I think he's going to request a trade before All-Star break.
No,
I think
okay.
He's already 1 foot out just because the same guy that purchased the team owns the Dodgers, and he ain't putting up with none of the shenanigans.
Yeah, I feel it. I'm actually a Heat fan, but oh gosh, we're just in a rebuild, honestly.
Yeah, it's time. Y'all got good pieces. Y'all are just missing 1 or 2. If Jimmy would have stayed, y'all the Heat could have been 1 piece away.
Yeah, it was ugly the way that ended for sure.
Yeah, he's a little crybaby. It is what it is.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, I mean, look at his record. He's done nothing but that the last couple stops he's been at.
For sure.
Hell of a player, but he doesn't know how to pick and choose his battles.
Did that parlay hit that you sent us? I literally had it in my saved and I forgot to bet it because I was so busy Sunday.
The football one.
I think it was 19 legs. Yeah,
that
we discussed Friday.
No, it missed on the first dang game.
Oh, what, Rams or 101?
Yeah, Rams.
Dude.
It was like two simple legs that should have been.
You can blame the Jags for any freaking props in that. Dude, that was just, they looked worse than the Jets the week before in London. That was awful, bro.
It was 10 out of 10 bad. I gave up. I was like, I ain't betting nothing else on to next week.
Yeah.
Plus, I was sick, and I was just like, I don't feel like dealing with this. Let's see. FanDuel 2-6-1-9.
And it's crazy because they play in London every single year.
Yeah.
It's like you would think they'd be good there at least.
Yeah. I mean,
play there.
I feel like the defense missing their starting linebacker really was a big blow. I feel like he was their energy giver. But even outside of that, offensively, they didn't start throwing Trav the ball until the second half, damn near almost the fourth quarter.
Oh, I know. BTJ couldn't complete any catch. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like he can complete any contested catch. Yeah.
Yeah. So that 20 so I forget which one it was. I know I had two out, but Devontae Adams didn't get 60 yards, but he had 3 touchdowns. Right. Legs like that don't even make sense. Three touchdowns,
but not even 60 yards.
Not 60 yards. Crazy.
He didn't even have 40. Like
37.
And you know who didn't score in that game?
Who?
Kyron Williams.
Yeah.
So
which is
unlikely. All of Adams' touchdowns were within the 5-yard line.
Yep.
Literally.
Yep. 2 of them were fade passes, and then the other one was the one hand over the top on the back pylon.
Yep.
Yeah. Brian Thomas didn't even have 40 yards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should have had like 100, bro.
Yep.
The amount of passes that hit his hands.
Yeah. It was a bad day.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, fellas. Sorry about that.
Very good.
Oh, you're good.
We've got a good amount of viewers still in here. Did you guys give out any other leans or jabs or anything? I don't really want to give official punches out off the radio unless it's like on the Twitter or our official Twitter too, you know? Because I feel like we lose a lot of live listeners as well once the radio show ends if they weren't already on the YouTube or the real or my Twitter, I believe. But yeah, we gotta get that Ticket Punchers X up here so we can start bringing some traction over to that as well and tweeting out the official punches. You know, official punches get out, tweet it out, and then we'll get to a point where we find a way to come get the private punches too. You know, so make that happen, fellas. I also didn't mention I over here asked you guys for a player and team future, and I only gave out my team futures. I think, you know, I don't know how much he's going to. DeAndre Hunter, he's going to be a starter, you know, but they've got him at plus 1,100 for 6th man of the year.
6th man.
I like the sprinkle there, fellas. I just think that
he was in position for that before he got traded from Atlanta.
If they find a way to get it to, I mean, he's going to, if he qualifies because of bench minutes, you know, I mean, he's going to have the statistical numbers to be right up there at the top. But I think, I mean, my favorite is Jordan Clarkson. If the Knicks can continue over what they had going last year, he was what you needed to plop down into that. Jalen Brunson had no support. When you lost so much of your offense when he went to the bench, and then halfway through the fourth quarter, he wasn't the same player.
Yeah.
Clarkson, I think, comes in and you don't lose that threat of the off-ball threat from the perimeter as a scoring threat. He's not going to start. He's going to qualify. I like Clarkson. He should average 14 to 16 points per game there, right? So,
what's his odds?
He's plus 3,000.
plus 3,000 to win 6 man of
Oh,
the year.
that
I like
for
that.
value. That's
I
fantastic.
love the
love
$5 or $10 sprinkle on that.
that. Yeah, I love that.
Who's the?
I think Hunter. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
I was going to say who's the leading candidates for 6-man?
I'm about to look at
It was Nas Reed.
Oh,
yeah, that makes sense.
I forgot about Nazi.
But I love the Hunter.
Starting, man.
Stru, I think Cavs will definitely be running back the same lineup, and then Hunter will be coming off the bench pending any injury, you know.
Yeah.
6-man. Nas, DeAndre Hunter, Josh Hart, Tari Eason, Anthony Simons, John Collins.
Tari Eason's a good shout.
Where did Collins go to?
Anthony Simons is going to start.
Probably now until they get.
He might come off the bench
Unless they want to split the runs and start Pritchard. I would start Pritchard.
I would
bring
too.
Simons off the bench until it don't work.
I like Pritchard off the bench. I think they could bring Pritchard and Simons off the bench.
Yeah.
I want to see what Pritchard's numbers look like as a starter.
What is their starting lineup?
I'm thinking they're number 3 though. Celtics roster does not.
What is the starting lineup?
It'll be White. You know White, Brown, 2 definitely gonna start. Center, it might be that one guy. I forget how to pronounce his name.
Chris Boucher.
Sam Cowles.
No, not Boucher.
I think he starts.
He wears number 88. But does it say Boucher for the starting lineup?
I think so.
I mean, he could.
What the hell? Yeah, this is gonna be a weird beginning. Point guard: Pritchard, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Chris Boucher, and Nemus Keita.
So that's what. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. I probably butchered the hell out of
Yeah,
that.
he started a good chunk last year. Him and Cornette did.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Boucher's nice. I think Boucher under Zula will be really good. Keita, he's a bruiser. His offensive game is just trash.
Yeah, he's one of those just catch at the rim, lob guy.
Yeah. I'm terrified for
Lazard
Horford in Golden State.
I think that might work. Surprisingly.
Lazard guy says also, oh yeah, absolutely done with Barkley.
Oh yeah,
means he'll go off this week.
Oh yeah, Lazard, he's done, brother. Put him in the box. Put him on the shelf.
Probably. They play Giants again, so yeah, he probably will. But I mean, yeah.
As soon as we don't bet him, all-purpose yards will be 180.
Yeah, literally. It's like, I don't even want to play him in fantasy anymore.
Saquon, 2 touchdowns.
He costed me in fantasy this week.
Yeah.
Did he really?
No, but I finished with 144 points this week with Saquon in my lineup at an 8.7, and I lost to a 160. I lost to like the highest score in the week at like 162.
Yeah, man.
A 144 lost in fantasy this week because of you, Saquon.
Yeah.
Another team I was looking at for futures was if I was taking somebody out the Western Conference was the Nuggets.
They traded MPJ though.
They did, but I honestly think they won that because I think
who they get back?
Cam Johnson. I think that's an upgrade from MPJ. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
I think he fits the mold better. I think he fits
that. It's
gonna
be
like that.
I think it's gonna be the same when he was at the Suns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spot up shooter. He could give you a couple buckets off the dribble. He's gonna defend. I think that was a really sneaky good pickup for the Nuggets. And also they got Tim Hardaway Jr. to come off the bench as well. And then they got a Valanciunas as a backup center.
Solid.
So I think Nuggets is gonna be right up there to come out the West at plus 700, I believe. So
they got rid of Russ. So who's their backup?
Braun? They did get rid of Russ. I think Brown will still be starting.
Braun kind of is like their lead ball handler when Jamal Murray isn't on the floor. So
give me one.
They let Braun run the point when Jamal's not in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do they have a direct backup point guard? I think it's a young guy.
It was
Russ.
Russ.
I know they picked somebody in a draft up. It was a guard. Who was it? Oh, that's right. Curtis Jones from Iowa State. I don't know if he'll be starting right away, but
You said who?
I know sometimes they mix up their lineups because Murray will honestly play.
Oh, they just got Bruce Brown back.
Oh, I forget he was okay.
They just got Bruce Brown back.
Too. See, I think they're pretty. They have depth, but I think that Cam Johnson over MPJ, I think that's the upgrade.
Yeah. Jamal Murray, Christian Braun, Cameron Johnson.
They don't need a point guard when Jamal's off the floor. You know, it's
I mean, they really don't.
No, they got Julian Struther.
Struther too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, him, Peyton Watson. Tough.
All their half-court sets without Jamal Murray. I mean, half their half-court sets when he's on the floor, it's still Jokic as the initiator. They just need somebody to get it up the court when the other team has good perimeter defenders.
Yeah.
No, they're solid. They got a solid 8, 9. That's all they run anyway, really.
Yeah, that's all they need.
With Zeke Naji. Yeah, they'll be all right. I like that. That's a sneaky pickup.
Yeah, I got them finishing second. In the West.
Yeah, I think they'll be back. They had
I personally, based on what I feel on these two rosters, I think they can beat the Nuggets or the Thunder.
Oh yeah, and it's just like we ain't seen anybody repeat in the NBA since it was the Warriors battle.
They not repeat.
We're in a whole different era.
But if there's any team that's set up to do it, like in the last 5 years, I feel like they've been the most set up to do it.
Yeah.
Like you got everybody back.
I think Houston,
got everybody back, and they should be better.
Houston is going to be tough. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, for sure.
Houston is about to be a problem.
But I think they are. I just think Van Fleet prevents them from being that final tier of like
KD with KD. He's going to cover all them blemishes up, brother.
But
in the clutch, damn, what's old boy's name? Head coach.
Ime Udoka.
Ime is going to make sure everybody knows where the hell the ball's going down the stretch. And Fred on that previous team with Jalen Green as the other super and everybody else, being third fiddles, like nobody really knew who was like everybody knows
they
now.
Needed him, yeah.
Who the alpha is, who's the certified bucket, who's going to get the job done. And then KD is very cerebral enough to if he's getting double teamed, he knows where the ball needs to go to move to certain people. If anything, it's going to open up Fred VanVleet's game even more because when he can stretch the floor from 30 foot like he did in Toronto with Kawhi and stuff, like he's way more effective when he doesn't have to be the floor general / the dominant ball handler. Because him and Jalen Green were butting heads, man.
Yeah, they were. It was bad.
Speaking of Rockets, one person I think that's going to have somewhat of a breakout season might be Reed Shepherd.
I was watching his clips last night. Reed was torching in summer league.
I'm about to look at his man of the year.
Yep, I would love that. I just hope Ime gives him his due diligence. I feel like Ime still has him on like this short leash. I don't know if it's because of defensive liabilities or what.
You know it is.
Yeah,
Ime is a defensive head, man.
It's hard in the West, brother. Like any
you
got
the
Steph,
guard play out there
you got Shea, you got now you got Dame back. Like any team you stop at, you can get it. Like it's hard.
No chance Dame and Drew are sneaky good together, right? I don't think
Dame,
they're gonna.
Dame coming off the Achilles. I thought they were saying like late February, if they bring him back at all. I mean, he took the vet minimum.
Does Drew make it to the trade deadline there?
Maybe not. Like I don't expect them to be good, but maybe they'll.
That's my thing. I don't expect. Like I expect them to be willing to trade Drew. I just think that they know what he's
Drew's
worth.
Going to fit perfect.
But does Drew? I mean, that's the one interesting thing is Drew's already got 2 rings. Like Drew doesn't. Right. He ain't. There's not a ring chaser mindset to that. Plus,
I could see.
Isn't that who drafted him? No, the 76ers drafted him.
What's his payroll?
No, Drew was a Pelican after the 76ers, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he lost to the Trailblazers the first time that unit in the Pelicans made the playoffs, I believe.
What's his salary, though? That's the kicker.
He's getting a bag.
Yeah, because they got right now with them trading Anthony as of 1 hour ago, their starting lineup is Drew Holiday at the point, Shaedon Sharpe 2, Tamani Kamara, Denny Avdija, and then Donovan Clingan. I love that.
That's a smooth
That was
young
low
five.
key
I
Carolina.
love that.
Five.
With Anthony Simons at the 1 gunning.
Yeah.
If it was me, I still like Drew at like the 2 or the 3. I would have almost forced Shaden Sharp to run the point, but
Drew's too experienced out there. I feel like you just gotta let him run the show. Here's
He's
my
passive.
thing though: if you could go get a if you could get a smooth young cat and a pick for a team, like it doesn't really exist right now. But there's got to be some team that they're looking around January, February, saying if we can get a guard who can defend. It's funny because it's going to be the Bucks. Like it's going to be the Bucks. They're going to regret their decision to trade Drew yet again. But
I could see a team like the Magic, maybe.
they're loaded, bro. I don't see
Who
them
did
Suggs is coming off
Desmond Bain.
They paid Suggs too, and he's coming off injury.
They got Desmond Bain.
I forgot they got Desmond.
That's why I had them going to the Eastern Conference Finals, bro. With Pablo Franz and the other Wagner brother coming back, bruh.
They're going to be good. They're going to be serious. They're going to be one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, I think.
I feel like
they're going to be one of the best shooting teams.
I see. That's my only thing though, is that they were the worst shooting team by far. Like the worst in every 3-point catch and shoot, transition threes off the dribble. Like
primarily
the worst 3-point shooting team in the
primarily
league.
Because they had Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
True.
Right, Cole Anthony too.
Yeah. He was
a bunch
good,
of guys
like,
who broke jumpers off the dribble.
But the other thing you got to look at with them is that they were extremely high efficiency in mid range and getting to the bucket. Like they specialized at getting to that
Franz and
15-foot
Paulo,
kill zone.
you can't stop Franz and Paulo from getting to the rim.
When they did shoot threes, it was a little shaky. But now that they got Bain, brother, Bain.
I just hope it's enough. I just hope it's enough in the 3-point department outside
in the East, they can always make a little easy trade because they got 2 heavy hitters coming off the bench with the light-skinned kid and the other guy that I really like. They could easily go find a straight shooter.
Yeah, they got an Anthony. Yeah,
I would trade him or
if you
bring in something else.
Imagine they wouldn't cop the AJ Green from the Bucks, who he just got paid, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, they're not moving on him. There's so many pieces. Like you can go get Buddy from the Miami Heat. Forget his name.
Mitchell.
Davian Mitchell.
Davian Mitchell.
They're not moving off Davian. I'm talking about the kind of like a Strus type of
Jaime Jaquez.
Yeah, him, and then they got one more on there that I would like. I mean, it really don't matter. I mean, they got it. Yeah, him.
Yeah,
he just don't get enough attempts. But when he was isolated, when he had the actual clock, dude, he was nice. Plus, I like his size. Balls.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna get out of here. I got to get out of the studio. You guys feel free to continue on if you want.
Oh, we're good, brother. I ain't got a lot of voice left. Hold on. I do got a parlay. Let's see. Let me pull it up real quick.
For tonight.
Yeah. I don't know, where is it? Let me save it really fast. Dun, dun, dun.
Lakers get the dub tonight?
Depends on Luka, man.
So.
I want to say yeah, but like I said, that Al Horford move terrifies me, brother. Like I feel like Horford fits them so well.
I do too. When they made that, I'm like, oh my gosh! Like
he's like an army Swiss knife,
he
bro.
Fits them
and it gets
perfect
on my nerve.
in the half court, man. Perfect. He fits them perfect. Like the screening, the passing, and the shooting.
Everything.
He's the ideal big. I just wonder if they try to rely on him in the offensive game at all.
I don't think so.
Which they shouldn't have to.
He was so much better than what they had.
Yeah, moved on from Looney.
Here we go. Share screen. Or how do you window? Entire screen. I want this screen though. Snipping tool. Window. I don't know why this ain't working.
We need to get that Ticket Punchers Twitter set up on here.
Yep.
You know how you said Clarkson was plus 3,000? So I guess the market like Shepard, he's plus 2,000.
Really? I think part of part of Clarkson going at 3,000 is that if you think that there's going to be a candidate on that team for it, it's probably going to be Josh Hart over Clarkson.
But Hart, was started most of those games.
He started half the games last season. I don't know if that's going to
Hart's
work.
definitely going to be a starter, I believe.
But I mean, you got Mike. It's Brunson, Michael, Anunoby.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson's back. See, Mitchell Robinson being back is why people think Josh Hart's going to the bench.
They're probably going double bigs then, I'm assuming.
But I think with the way Mitchell Robinson's minutes at double big will still maybe qualify Josh Hart as like starting, like not he'll go over the minutes per game to qualify for Sixth Man of the Year.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Dude, I was just about to say the same thing. Hold on.
Yeah, like I said,
there's no way we're getting odds this good. When did you build this?
Last night.
Yeah, there's no way we're getting a 257.
It's still close, and there's boosters, so you can use boosters.
That.
There's a no sweat. There's a token back. There's a bunch
50% profit boost, I believe, on FanDuel.
Yeah. It'll come down to Curry threes and Sengun's double. I was really close to taking Goon for 10 and like 8, but there's too many big bodies on like you got to think Chet's gonna be out there, Hartstein's gonna be out there, Sengun's gonna be out there. Then you got Amen rebounding, Durant rebounding,
Adams.
Adams. I'm like,
everybody,
yeah. I was like,
Adams gonna get his 8 rebounds.
Exactly. So I was like, I think he's gonna get a double of some sort. So I was like, he averages one.
He'll play more minutes at the 5. I think he'll split minutes at 4 and 5. Like they'll take Adams out, they'll bring Easton in. They'll bring Easton in and move KD down to the 4.
Go down to a def lineup, kind of, sort of.
Yeah,
but
get a little bit more.
I really like it. I think it had only dropped like 200 without a booster, so you should probably be around like 1,300, 1,400. So
get this in. I'm getting.
Y'all better tell that parlay, man.
What's KD's line at? You could probably get if it's at like
23 and a half. I took him
23 and a half.
I took him individually for the points since he's coming back to OKC. He's already been spicy on socials this week.
I
talking
like him
about,
25.
Y'all gonna win championships without me?
Yeah, facts.
He's already been talking smack.
Night.
So I think he's coming for whoever's going to try to step up to guard him tonight. So
I love it.
Good deal. But we'll check in.